I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Bourbon Boys. Let's pour a glass. Welcome back to Bourbon Boys. We are on location today in bourbon drinking country. We're down in the heart of eastern Kentucky, where bourbon is born and bred. We are a little disappointed because we were hoping to be sitting around a fire, which is really where bourbon's made to be drank, around a fire on a crisp fall night like tonight is. However, the weather is not cooperating with us. It's been raining here all day, and it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow thanks to a hurricane coming up from the Gulf there. But we're going to make the best of it, what we can, so we're under a little shelter here, and we're still going to drink some bourbon just to get the chill out of our bones a little bit. Now, tonight, we're going to look at a classic. This is a Jim Beam White Label. This is about as basic as bourbon gets, I believe. I mean, everybody knows Jim Beam. I'm not going to talk much about the history of Jim Beam. There's a ton of stuff out there if you want to know more about the Beam family. But it's probably the single biggest name in bourbon. Pretty much everybody knows it. And this is their flagship kind of base bourbon. It's the White Label. It's pretty much what I grew up drinking. Ben?
I have not really had too much of it. I mean, I've tried it here and there, but I started on the fancier stuff like Woodford.
Not me. I started drinking this when I was earlier than I should have been. But this is pretty much what I grew up on, and then moved on to different bourbons as got older. We did take an early peek on this because I didn't want to wait. But this kind of go back, it's probably the first bottle of this I bought in probably 20 to 25 years. It's been a long time. But this is about $16 a bottle. So we're going to go ahead and get started here.
Cheap.
And we'll pour a little bit. Look, we brought fancy glasses with us to go camping.
Even camping.
Alright. We'll set this right here. Like I always do, like to get a little smell of it. Definitely comes through with some nice bourbon scents, but I gotta say it's got just a little bit of I don't know, ginny or turpentine kind of smell to it. But let's take a taste.
Pretty hard compared to what we've been.
Yeah. Wow. Take another one. So, woo. Yeah, it's not nearly as smooth or soft drinking as some of them are.
No.
Does have
Got a bite.
Decent bourbon flavor to it, but it's got a bit of a bite. It's a little bit, shall we say, harsh on the tongue. There, definitely a strong alcoholic kind of flavor to it. So we're going to add just a little bit of ice like we like to do. See what that does.
Takes the bite away a little bit.
A little bit, but not a lot. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and finish this and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, we finished off our glasses. I gotta say, this pains me a little bit because Jim Beam is iconic label, and it's just all over the place. And like I said, it's what I grew up drinking. But wow, it's not really what I would refer to as a sipping whiskey. I mean, if you want to go out and just get slobberknockered, you know, Jim Beam is something that you can do that with. It's like I said, $16 for the fifth. It's pretty inexpensive, but I just gotta be honest with you. There's better values out there in this price range that just taste better, and you're gonna enjoy more, even to mix it with something. What do you think, Dan?
I mean, yeah. So we're gonna do kind of like a little series on this one on Jim Beam, and we're gonna do an episode on the Black Label, which is still in this price range, but
so this one's aged 4 years.
Yes.
Roughly, it doesn't really give an age on there, but roughly 4 years, give or take. And the Black Label is aged 8 years, and it's only like $3-4 more for a fifth and we're going to review that one. If you want to check that out, it should be on our site here.
Yep.
And take a look at that one. To me, this one is, the value's just not there for it. There's better bourbons out there, smoother drinking, and a little better flavor. This one, it's rough. Drinking it down, even at the end, it got a little better, but I after this first couple drinks, I still feeling that burn in the back of my throat, down my throat for a good 2-3 minutes. And like I said, for me, that's when I talk about smoothness. It just goes down easy and goes down smooth. You still get that nice aftertaste, but that nice finish, as they call it. But this one here, it's harsh on the taste and it's harsh on the finish. And I hate to say that about this bourbon because it is iconic, and I know this will probably aggravate people, but it is what it is. I got to be honest, and there's just better bourbons out there, in my opinion.
Sure.
This one, I'm gonna give this 2 3s.
Yep, 2 3s. I think, like we said, there's better out there for same or just a little bit more money. So
Right. Said it's fine if you want to mix this with something. I don't recommend it for straight sipping.
Nope,
for
definitely not.
For sipping whiskey, you definitely want to spend a couple extra dollars and get something better. Mixing it, you can, but even for mixing it, there's better tasting bourbons out there.
Yep.
Sorry, Mr. Bean. Anyway, till next time. If you have anything you want us, as always, to sample, we'd love to hear from you. So let us know what you think. Thank you.
All right. See ya.